Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I am Rex.
We've got a lot of gifts from, because of this episode, patron saints. Wait, you need a bottle for that. There you go.
Daniel, the distance you hear it.
No, patron saints, not titans. Wow, we really broke you. Okay, this is...
Well, hold on.
This is Jay
Hold
Hudgins.
on.
Yeah.
I need to wallow in my failure.
Is that what you're doing?
Just let me wallow.
Okay. Just marinate. Buffalo style. Okay, this is patron saints of whiskey, Jay Hudgins and Archana Patel.
Jay Hudgins. No, I was screwing with you.
Yeah.
Jay Hudgins.
Let's try it again.
No, hold on. All right, we got this.
Jay Hudgins.
Daniel, the distance you hear.
No. You're gonna keep going. We're never gonna make it through this episode. We got 5 whiskeys on Rare Whiskey Friday.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Jay Hudgins.
Jay Hudgins and Archana Patel.
What?
New patron saints of whiskey.
Am I doing it right? That's...
This is, Jay is a connoisseur of all things whiskey, but Archana is new to whiskey, his wife, and they selected a whole bunch of, they sent us a box of whiskeys. Like,
Wow.
It's like a dozen.
Wow.
So this crosses into Patron because they've sent us some before. But we're gonna start with this one, which is St. George.
St.
And,
George?
yeah.
Daniel, the distance you hear that?
No. The distillery is St. George, you knucklehead.
Oh, it's not St. George. it's
No.
like whiskey?
Okay.
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 St. George.
And Alam. Wow, you are. This is a train wreck. This is what happens when you start drinking early in the morning.
Yeah. Dude, not even an ounce. Come on.
I know, I'm just kidding.
There
we go.
All right, you got it.
Okay, this is called Breaking.
The bottle.
This is American whiskey. It's called Breaking and Entering
Yes.
by St. George in California. And they did a bunch of write-up stuff for us. So, second release. This one is bourbon and rye.
Yeah.
That was sourced and then blended with their malt whiskey. So they sourced bourbon and rye.
Yep.
Mixed it with their own malt.
The rye does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah. Now, they didn't say where they sourced from, and unless it's California, that means, well, if it's American, you don't actually need to say it, but whatever.
You know what? It's that kitschy furniture store potpourri.
Yeah, mixed with melon.
With melon, you say?
Yeah, like honeydew. Not honeydew.
I was saying
the other one.
Kitschy furniture store potpourri mixed with the herbal rye note, and now you're going the melon.
What's the orange one?
The cantaloupe. Yeah.
Mixed with cantaloupe. Rind. Cantaloupe rind.
Oh, yeah, you got some rind there. You got a little bit of the rind.
You know what I mean? It could almost be like a not overly sweet watermelon rind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Ooh, that's drier than I expected.
And there's like a flash of nuttiness in there. Flash of nuttiness.
Oh, they sourced their bourbon and rye from Kentucky and Tennessee. Interesting.
And then, it doesn't have a strong finish.
No, it is very light. Interesting.
And so there's malt, bourbon, and rye. Yeah?
Yeah.
I get rye first, then the bourbon layer. I'm trying to pick out what's the malt bringing
I think for me, the melon.
What's the malt bringing in the party?
I think the melon's coming from the malt.
Yeah? Did you say the proof? What was the proof?
I didn't.
Oh.
43.
Was this a Rare Whiskey Friday?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. First impressions.
First impressions. We're going to go through several different whiskeys. These aren't necessarily large brands. Sometimes they are. More often than not, these are going to be your smaller craft distilleries without a lot of distribution. If you should be so lucky, still in the place where you can get your hands on these whiskeys, you're welcome for the review. And thank you to the magnificent bastards, the patron saints and titans, what have you, the Doublewood bastards, who sent the whiskey.
All right, we got a couple here from Cali Distillery. What? One called Riptide, which is a cask strength rye, and one called Mavericks Doublewood, which is a small batch American whiskey finished with toasted French oak.
I'm a stickler for tidiness. It was bothering me. Did I get it?
That's fair. No.
Riptide.
93% rye. Let's do that first.
So this 93% rye. Okay.
This is a single barrel. Oh, it's not single barrel, but it's cask strength. They try to keep it as close. This is Gardenia, California. They try to keep it as close as possible to what they're tasting, which is, I love it when they do that. So this is 59% alcohol.
And
I don't know how many barrels went
as
into
you
it.
open that, digging through the nose a little bit longer on the Mavericks Doublewood, I start to get some cinnamon coming through.
No. You mean the St. George that I just set
Oh, you
down.
pulled
Yeah,
down
yeah,
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The St. George.
This
Got
is a single
cinnamon.
barrel of rye.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's not like any rye I've had.
I would guess definitely American, most likely
Almost green apple in there.
closer to bourbon.
Oh, this is one barrel.
Closer to bourbon than rye for me.
Yeah. 2021. Actually, to me, it's closer to a weird Irish bourbon. Like these zesty apple notes are in here.
And then some caramel.
Then it starts to turn into rye.
Caramel underneath that. Green apple, caramel.
Oh, okay. Now it's classic rye. In the palate, all the herbal goes boom, just explodes in grass.
Those are like different whiskeys.
Very different. The nose and palate are not even close to each other.
Which, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
No. That's not a bad thing. I kind of enjoy that. Not always, but I kind of enjoy that sometimes.
Yeah.
Try it back on the nose now, and it's starting to turn into the taste.
Yeah.
So once you taste it, then you're getting the retro nasal and the glass.
Get it in you.
And that makes sense.
And now you're getting some, like an like an herbal tea with brown sugar.
Interesting.
Like you
That's
rimmed the herbal tea glass with brown sugar.
Yeah. Now they said even the empty glass smells good. Let's find out. Oh, actually, it got way more wicker wood. Yeah. Man, the herbal notes explode out of an empty glass.
I dig.
Yeah. All right, let's try the
dig.
Mavericks. You want to open that bad boy? Because the Mavericks is a
Did you have a knife?
high rye bourbon. Yeah, there was a peeled stick. Ooh, jeez.
You think I can get it?
Yeah, probably, but
Oh,
it's not going to be comfortable.
Well, if you don't think I can, there's no fun me doing it.
Oh, okay.
If you don't think I can't.
This is a high rye bourbon where they exposed it to French oak after the American oak. I don't know what that means. Exposed it? Was it like it walked in with an overcoat
and then
went, ah! And then the whiskey is like, oh my God, I taste totally different now.
and then put various hashtags on social media.
Yeah. That's probably what it is.
Okay. So, coming fresh off the heels of the primarily rye thing.
I'm looking up on my phone where Gardenia
The thing that jumps out for me, coming fresh off the heels, I'll give me some distance, but right now it's like a rubber vanilla.
Yeah.
Yep, it's still there. Like a rubber vanilla note. And this one, New American Oak, finished in toasted French oak. Interesting. 70% corn, 23% rye, 7% malted barley, 94 points. Oh, they put the points on Tasting Panel Magazine. We should start a
so that makes
magazine.
sense.
Look, this is what we do. We can start a magazine. Anybody can start a
Just so that
magazine.
we can award points?
We start a magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we give all of our shit like crazy high points. Not 100 because that's suspicious.
What's the name of our magazine?
Like 94. Yeah, 96.
96.
Yeah, you give it just award winning.
Yeah.
And we just plaster the awards all over our bottles.
Yeah. What's the name of our magazine?
Whiskey Awards.
Whiskey Couture.
There you go. Whiskey. It's a good name. Let's get that. How do we get?
Well, this episode isn't coming out for a while. We can
All
wait
right.
till we're done shooting. We'll name sheet that shit.
You see what I mean?
So Gardenia, California is just inland from Redondo Beach. It's actually a landlocked little section of California. But it's funny because Mavericks is the name of a famous surfing spot.
Rubber vanilla. You with me?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Rubber and vanilla. That phenolic rubber note is strong.
And that rubber note, the more you focus on it, it threatens to turn into a char. It's rubber that's wanting to become a char note. But
Yeah,
just
it's almost
vanilla.
like whatever happened to the French oak staves. They got overcharred and or encountered them for too long.
Well, I mean, unless it's what you're going for.
There's the char.
Oh, caramelized burnt vanilla.
The
char.
nose and the palate are like threaded journey.
I like char. I like char. I like vanilla.
I don't know.
It's pretty simple. Like 2, maybe 3 notes if I really start to pick it apart. But the notes that are there, I like those. That charry, burnt sugar caramelized note with this vanilla. It's less rubbery on the taste than it is on the nose. But I like it. I think it's good.
They're doing these like sourcing things and finishing things. I like the rye better.
Oh,
Strangely.
But yeah, all right. So classically whiskey,
Yeah.
the rye is better. A little bit of a funky, off the beaten path tasting of like the rubberized charry vanilla. The other thing is just for like it's different. It's not something squarely within the confines of what you traditionally expect from whiskey.
What is up with all these California distilleries?
Wow. Wait, hold on. Was the rye the one you poured just before?
No. Yeah. Yes.
All right. After
Yes.
you get the caramelized, rubbery vanilla, go back to the rye note. Like this beautiful fruitiness.
I know,
comes
that's
up.
why I went back to the rye. I was like, ooh, I like the rye better.
Well, after
Yeah,
the
but
heels.
after the fruit
heels,
explosion.
though. You got to do the heels.
So these guys are sourcing Kentucky bourbon and then finishing it
yeah.
with barrel staves. So this is
Wait.
starting to be a running theme with California whiskey distilleries that we're trying.
So you're talking about staves inserted into?
I don't know. It just says finishing with staves.
Well, like,
they did.
Hold on, here's what I'm picking apart. Because all whiskey is aged and finished with staves.
Yeah, but there's different kinds of things than what the barrels actually use. So either it comes to them in a container and they put staves in it,
Okay.
or it comes to them in barrels and they insert things into it.
So the term finishing,
Yeah.
for clarification, there's not a lot of legalese and regulation you have to adhere to. Finishing something, what I hear you saying is, doesn't even necessarily have to be finished inside of a barrel container. You could finish something in a tote, for example, where you just put some staves in there.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Yeah. That's what these guys did.
Okay.
And that's exactly what the guys before did, some version of finishing by just putting chunks of things into it. And I think that's why we got that phenolic note.
Okay.
This seems to be a very common theme with some California distilleries. This one, they actually trademarked their finishing stave process and called it Oak Bill instead of Mash Bill. And it's got trademark next to it.
Okay.
What we do is sacrilegious, untraditional. Some might call it heresy, except for Maker's Mark is doing it, and like Everett. Yeah. We won't be offended.
Hey, I'm not gonna hate the game.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not gonna hate the game.
So on the bourbon, we'll start with the bourbon.
If it's good whiskey, I appreciate the
We'll
game.
start with the bourbon,
Yep.
which is right here, which is called Broken Barrel,
Okay.
which makes sense
Because they
broke up
it
a
and they
barrel.
filled it.
Yeah.
You know what? I gotta tell you though.
Innovative.
Well, and also in terms of, because whenever you are having barrels age, you're getting in there pretty often to like check the floor, make sure you don't have a leak. Yeah, making sure those barrels
Oh, getting
are,
in the room. Yeah.
yeah, making sure those barrels are doing okay.
Right.
That's a not insignificant part of the process.
Especially in craft.
So, but if you're getting in a tote, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's not leaking anywhere.
Yeah.
This is industrial grade. Everything. There's not going to be leaking. And if you can also get wood impact in there, if it's good, it's good. We'll see.
So I think this is MGP.
What's the proof?
No, it's Kentucky.
Okay.
It's distilled in Kentucky.
Hey, what's the proof though?
It is 88 proof.
Okay.
But it's the same mash bill as our MGP, so it's 70-21. Oh no, we're 70. Anyway.
Hey, let's live in the glass.
No. I know. I'm looking at that finishing oak bill thing because I wanted to see what happened.
All right, there is. It's not grassy. It's not hay.
No, but it
It's-
is dry and it is some sort of grain or earth.
You know what? There's a note in here that's reminding me of dandelion tea.
Oh, absolutely. We've tried that recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's
but it's like when you break it off and you can smell the green from the
Yeah.
freshly cut flowers, basically.
There's a dandelion tea note in here.
So they finished this with French oak staves and Central Coast cab staves.
Okay.
Wine. But man, it's going really strong on the dry wood mixed with the cut grass and flower trimmings.
I think it's light. I'm saying this is a light
Very
nose.
light.
I'm going back to it, but I'm finding things that I like every
Yeah.
time I go back.
Yeah, it didn't go off in any weird directions.
Yeah,
it is
honestly, I think that's the most apt note is if you've ever had dandelion tea.
Palate's kind of nice. It's simple, but
It's
it's not overly dry.
unsalted. Think unsalted sunflower seeds.
Yeah, absolutely. That nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like so far it's like peanuts or
Some dandelion tea on the
walnut.
nose, some unsalted. I appreciate how different this is.
From that process.
It's not so far out of bounds of like, how is this whiskey? I was like, nah, it feels like there's some natural flavors in there, but instead of like sugars and caramels and vanillas, you're getting like a dandelion tea.
yeah.
And instead of like some oakiness, you're getting sunflower seeds.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that. And at that low of a proof, I do get quite a bit of presence of that ethanol.
Right.
And I'm thinking they probably proofed it down because my suspicion is if that was around 50, 55%, that would be pretty hot.
Well, try it with the rye. The rye is 105 proof.
Okay.
So 52.5% alcohol.
Yeah, and also a different mash bill, but we'll see.
Yeah, and the rye is
Yeah.
finished in.
See, on the nose, I can tell this is a much more present ethanol layer.
Right.
Yeah.
This gets bottled in Vegas.
Yeah.
French oak sherry cask staves. Interesting.
Okay. I am getting a very present ethanol layer and a Canadian vanilla on
Yeah.
that nose.
This was batch 1 and batch 2. That's
cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's early days. I see the vanilla that you're saying.
The Canadian vanilla?
Yeah. The ethanol forward vanilla. Mm-hmm. Not quite metallic though. I'm having a hard time getting to the herbal spice notes that I would expect to get.
So far, the Broken Barrel California oak thing,
Subtle.
Yes, subtle, lighter flavors. I'm digging dandelion tea. I'm digging sunflower seeds, unsalted sunflower seeds on the taste. This, based on the nose, I'm telling you right now, I'm hoping this is one of these whiskeys that shifts gears hard
Into the palate.
in the palate, and it's not what the nose is setting me up for. Because the
find out.
nose, it's, yeah.
I agree. Kind of flat. No. The palate's flat too. And it's a higher proof. What happened?
It's, so, so to its credit, the ethanol hotness I was expecting from the nose,
It's not there.
no, it doesn't poke you. It doesn't
is
bite,
Flat and sweet.
but it is flat and sweet.
So
And go ahead.
when I work on a blend, there's a moment when you go too far in any direction,
Yeah.
and the blend collapses. It's
Yes.
what we talk about in the
Yeah.
process of blending.
Yeah.
The blend, there are too many flavors fighting for it with each other instead of marrying,
They neutralize it.
and they neutralize and collapse, and it tastes like a flat syrup or flat soda.
Yeah.
And it just, as soon as you take a sip and it tastes flat, you're like,
Yeah.
damn it, I killed it. And you can't recover that by adding more whiskey. You got to stop and start over.
Yeah.
And then follow your notes to see where did it collapse. This tastes like a collapsed blend.
I agree. And to give a relevant example, the 411 whiskey blend that we did in 2020 here in the Whiskey Bar.
Right.
You would think, oh, this is going to be just a cacophony of flavors.
All
It's going to
these
be so much
400.
stuff. There can be a single malt whiskey that has like so many more layers and nuance than 411 unique whiskeys
Yeah.
with unique mash bills
Yes.
because of what you're talking about.
Yeah, because it collapses.
Yeah.
I added a little water,
Oh, wait.
and things sort of jump out of the glass
yeah, it
a
did wake
little
up.
bit
It
better.
woke up a little bit.
I didn't add any to yours yet.
I would think as a category, for me at least, the most apt comparison for this is if you enjoy. I think there probably is a market for this. If
Yeah.
you enjoy like Canadian whiskeys,
Yeah,
I
but
think you would enjoy that.
You want a little more herbalness.
Canadian whiskeys that we can get here in the States,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
I think you would like that one. If you want to go, off
It would
the
be more
beaten-
complex than that too.
Yeah.
It would like take you in the complexity direction.
Yeah, and if you want to go off the beaten path a little bit, then this California oak jam.
The water wakes up mint leaves in the palate.
Oh, it. Wow.
You see what I mean?
Man.
Like actual mint leaves.
Yeah.
That green.
Yeah.
Pick off a mint leaf and rub it in your hands.
It makes the first half much more interesting for sure.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
Okay. Is it that time?
It is. Ready to go.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, okay.
See, you're telling me what to...
I just did it with my eyes.
That's enough. Don't Here's the farting, stealing, and drinking.
That's how you said, here's the farting, stealing, and drinking.
Well, hold on.
Is that what we're... No, no! If you fight me, fight for a friend.
You steal, may you steal your liver.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.